year, or 300,000 together with a partner, or own $1 million of wealth not in a home. So when you're thinking about who that is, I don't know many of those people. And so
That's why I was going through the Rolex in my or Rolodex in my head.
yeah, I was like, I'm out, I'm out, I'm out. And so what we learned was really dismaying to us was that the people that we were helping and we were hoping to get into our investment round were people by law who were barred from actually investing in our round. And so I wrote an op-ed about how this is a bullshit, racist, classist system. And we have now linked up with a company called WeFunder. And our website's going to go live through WeFunder, and I'll send you the link when it does next week. But basically, we are democratizing what it looks like to invest in a company. And so we are now working with unaccredited investors to fund our investment. Now, a lot of our financial advisors and our lawyers have said, don't do it, don't do it. And I have said, we're doing it. Because if people like me can't invest in me, I'm disinterested in growing, because that's not what community looks like to me. So we will be fundraising through WeFunder, and anyone at any income level can get into an investment opportunity with us with a minimum of $400. And so that is really exciting for us, is that we're not just going to work with accredited investors. We have saved $5 million of our raise for anyone who would like to invest in our company.
That's amazing. I love the transparency. I love that you are not willing to go with the status quo of, hey, you got to follow these guidelines and you're doing your own thing. That is my hat off to you. I've learned so much. I'm definitely going to look out for that investor thing, because I would love to invest in a company like this. Like I said, numbers don't lie, and the reviews and the things you guys have done.
Thank you. And we, of course, would love to have you, and we'd love to have anyone that's really interested. And the kind of things that we're going to be doing to push the envelope is what it looks like to continue the work of my grandparents, which was working for the people. And I believe that the future of healthcare is holistic, and it's making sure that people have the options for their health. And it's not just a pill, or it's not just an amputation, but we're looking really, really clearly at other options. And so as we continue to lead this, it's been a journey, and we're really looking forward to touching more lives as we expand across the country.
Well, thank you so much for everything you do. And this really touches home for me, because I grew up in Philly,
Yeah.
right near a place called Kensington, and they call that zombie land because of how many people are just, it's pretty bad. But to end on a high note, I have two more questions, and then we'll be done
Sure.
here. What is your best advice for making the world a better place?
Get in where you fit in. For me, I have always worked to help people. And so I tell people, just get in where it fits for you. What do you do well? Do it well, and do it for the people.
Nice. And last question.
Okay.
You're on the podcast, and let's just say, hypothetically, everyone is in the world is listening right now. Whatever language it's coming through, they understand. What is your message for people?
Take charge of your life. We only have one. So when you hear something, someone tells you to do something, definitely listen to them, but listen to your inner voice, because we only have one shot at this life. And if we spend it listening to other people, you will spend your life in line in somebody else's rules, somebody else's plan. We all have our own plan for our lives. You just have to tap into it.
Well said. Once again, it's been an honor. Thank you so much, Alex, for enlightening me and my audience on the wonders of hyperbarics. And I will look forward to seeing the growth, and I would love to have you on again down the future just to see how things have been going.
Absolutely. We'll check in after this fundraising round, and brother, come through to Oakland anytime. And believe it or not, I don't know where you are right now, but we are looking at Philly at one of our biggest markets.
All right. Well, I'm in New York right now, but I'll definitely keep
We'll
an
be
eye
there
out for
too.
that.
Yeah, we'll be there too. Well, thank you so much for your time, sir. It's been a blessing.
Now that just about wraps it up for today's show. So be sure to check out the show notes where you can find the links to Holistic Hyperbarics Wellness Clinic, as well as where you can get information on investing. I'm sure you want to do that because it is only going to help others and yourself. Make some money, helping other people get the treatment that they need. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to the show or follow us on Apple Podcasts and leave a rating and review, or just share the show with somebody you think could benefit from listening. We now have a website, limelighthhighlight.com. There's merch, a store, a little biography of who I am, some cool pictures of the volunteer events that I've been a part of. There's also all the podcast episodes that I've recorded thus far where you can go listen to if you like. And also there is a contact tab. If you have an idea for the show or you think somebody's worthy of being highlighted, make sure you check out that tab and see how we can connect. I also have on that contact tab where you can be a sponsor if you so choose to help support the podcast. I can also be contacted on any of the following social media platforms: on Instagram and Facebook at Limelight Highlight, also at Twitter at LL_highlight. So yeah, stay tuned for next week's episode where we're joined by Bridget, the founder of Philly Maverick, and have a heavy conversation that covers men's mental health and the trauma they deal with that isn't talked about much. And that's about today's show. I really hope you enjoyed it. I'm glad you guys listened, and I'm glad you stuck it out with me. I know I've been on a little bit of a hiatus, but we are back, baby, and we are going to continue to do what we can. So as always, be humble, be helpful, pay it forward, and be the best you. Thanks for listening.